Chasing all the things I never had before, all the way down by the river. I found a place where
Hey there, everybody. Thanks for joining me for Bible journaling. Today, we are going to be working on day 102 in our Encourage a Moment to Breathe 365-day devotional. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see. We're going to be doing Proverbs 31:26, and it says, "Her mouth speaks wisdom, and loving instruction is on her tongue." That's pretty cool. So let me turn to my Bible here. So let's see what we've got going on. Alright, so there wasn't anything over here today. Yay, I picked a page that didn't have anything on it. And we're going to go ahead and use this Mo's digital pencil image called Telling It to the Dog. So she speaks wisdom, and she's telling all of that to her puppy down here. That was my thought on that. And then for my sentiment here, or for my title, I use my Hungry JPEG Impressive April Bundle. And this is a great deal if you want to head over and grab one. I'll put a link to the image and all this stuff down in the description box. But my thought is since we're on verse 26, is I'm going to kind of put this maybe up in here, maybe draw some flowers up here, and then we're going to color our girl. But I'm trying to decide if we want to if I want to just color this with pencils, or maybe you want to paint it today. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? So let me know in the comments if you think I should paint it or what I should do. And then colored pencils, watercolors, acrylic paint. We tried that today. Hi Teresa. Hi Julie. So let's go ahead and read our story, and you guys can help me decide what we want to do. So our story says, an email filled with criticism had slipped into my inbox that week, and it hurt my feelings for days. That one email set off a storm of self-doubting emotions. It's amazing that one person's criticism can do. When someone criticizes me as a mom, I'll doubt myself as a mother. When someone criticizes me as a friend, I'll doubt my ability to be a good friend. 10 people can say something nice to me or about me, but what I'll remember most is that one person's criticism. I called a friend to process the harsh email and my emotions. With wisdom, she told me, "Renee, you'll never be perfect. And if you ever get to where you are perfect, you will be all alone." Boy, was she right. I'm definitely not perfect, and I'm sure I'll never be perfect. And I'm thankful because I don't want to be all alone. Sweet friend, here is what I know. Jesus was the only perfect person to walk this earth, yet he was constantly criticized. But guess what? Nowhere is it recorded in Scripture that Jesus ever doubted himself. No matter what, he stayed secure in his purpose and confident in his calling. That day, my friend spoke reality into my feelings, and God used her wisdom to remind me, Jesus depends solely on his Father's approval. What his Father said was all that mattered, and that is what he wants for us too. He is there in the midst of our less than perfect lives when disappointments and failures leave us empty and make us doubt our worth and purpose. He is there when we're criticizing ourselves and questioning whether we have what it takes to be a godly woman. He sees us, and he's pursuing us with the gift of his perfect love. Then down here at the bottom, for our moment to breathe today is, let God be perfect, and embrace the less than perfect reality of your life, your day, and learn to be both as normal because, after all, only God is perfect. Isn't that so true? That kind of gives you a wake-up call. Nobody's perfect. I can totally relate to that story though about people saying that naughty things to your emails or whatever. That I'm sure happens to a lot of people. I've seen people comment on other people's blogs all the time that are not very nice, and it's like, why do people do that? I don't understand the whole concept behind that process. Just to be nasty. Shame on them. Alright, so let's go ahead and decide here. Nobody had any input on whether we should do watercoloring or what have you, so I guess we will just use our pencils. I will decide. So let's go ahead and color our girl with some Prismacolor pencils, and let me move this up a little bit, maybe zoom down. How about that? So you can see me coloring. So we'll color first. Let me fix my paper here. This paper is not being very cooperative. Maybe because it's stuck on the back. It's stuck on the thing holding the, oh, heck. The stand that holds the camera. I forgot what it was called. I'm losing it. Hi, Doodle Art. Thanks for coming by. Yes, Julie has it right there. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Just keep it to yourself. That's always helpful. Alright, so let's go ahead and color our girl first. I'm thinking I'm going to use beige, which is, you know, I like beige. Hopefully I'm not using it to color my cat. Oh, I'm not. Okay, good. And then I'm thinking we'll use light peach. I'm currently coloring a cat. Oh, and before I forget, if you guys need some dyes over at the store, they're currently, I know this has nothing to do with Bible journaling, but if you need some dyes, they're on sale until the 19th. 30% off. You just use coupon code DIES30, and it's DIES30, and you can get 30% off all dyes over at my store this week. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go with, let's see, what are we going to go with first? Let's go with beige, which is 997. And I didn't prep my page. I'll go ahead and just color, and then afterwards I will prep it. We'll put some gesso right over the top, and then I can splatter it with paint or do whatever I'm going to do after that. And I've done that before, and it hasn't done any kind of damage to my coloring if I gesso over the top of it afterwards. So just something to be aware of if you would like to do that. It kind of makes the colors pop too. My page here today is kind of in the middle, so I don't need to put a book or anything behind my page. So how is your week going this week, girls? Uh-oh. I have to sneeze. Alright, so now I'm going to go with light peach, which is 927. Let's see if we can add a little bit of pink in here. I love that the little puppy is paying attention. He's hanging on her every word. Alright, we're going to go with that. I think it needs to be a little bit darker. Let's try beige sienna, which is 1080. Maybe. Maybe not. Nope, we're not going to try that. That must be on my desk. So, let's see. Let's go with... I need something a little bit darker. I guess we'll use peach. I'm trying to fight off a bug, I think. I started my Zyacam earlier this week because I felt a little droopy. I tend to see that I've used that the last couple of times. I've started to feel a little tickle in my throat, and it's worked wonders. So if you girls haven't tried that, I highly recommend it. You're supposed to, when you first start to feel a little droopy, you're supposed to, for a sickness coming on, you're supposed to start taking it, and you take it every 3 hours. And it fights off whatever in the heck it is you're trying to catch. And so far so good, it's worked. But today I feel, this was a couple days ago, but today I have this little nagging little stuff in my nose, so I don't know, maybe it didn't work this time. Maybe I need to take more. That could be. I'll probably pep myself up with some later. Okay. Alright, so far so good. There's our girl. Let's see. Let's do her hair. No, let's do her pants next. So since my little image here, I made it have some purple flowers, let's give her some purple pants. So let's go with, 132, which is purple hue, diazazine, purple hue, and let's do violet, which is 932. Okay. Everybody wears purple overalls. And her pants here. I'm gonna go all the way down here. She's got on shorts, overall shorts. I love using the pencils in here because it doesn't bleed through to the other side. You don't even have to worry about it. So if you weren't going to do any painting or anything over the top, you could color to your heart's content, and you don't have to worry about any bleed through or anything on the other side. Okay, then I'm going to go with 132. Look at this whole bottom side since she's laying down. And let's do something with this pocket here. What's on this side? Oh, I got a little pattern right here. So on my little scratch paper, I evidently tried out my Sharpie marker or my white paint pen on there, and I left little swirls for my pen. So now the pants have a little swirl right there. You could actually move this around here. Let's move it over here. And we'll put a little swirl on her butt. So you can add little decorations underneath there. Here, let's go over here. So it's got a little scribble mark on her fanny. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give my puppy over here a purple collar. Maybe should have moved her up just a little bit on the page. She's kind of close to the edge. Hi, Judy. Thanks for coming by. All right, so let's see. Purple. What goes good with purple? How about yellow? Let's do a yellow shirt. So let's go with Sunburst. That's 917. Let me look here. Hard to see the numbers. It's down more. 917. Here it is. Okay, but we're going to need something a little bit darker than Sunburst, so what are we going to go with? Let's go with... I think I'm going to go with this yellow-orange. It's 1002. And we'll just go over that with our Sunburst again. Julie, I've been thinking about you all week. How have you been? Hi, Chris. Thanks for coming by. How did the job go? Did you get the job? Okay, let's see here. Let's do her hair next. Okay, so her hair, I think today will be, well, it's definitely not going to be brown since all the browns are on the kitty page. So let me see. It's going to have to be something I have in my packet, evidently. Let's see what we got. We got sienna brown. What color does that look like? Let me look. It's kind of a red. That'd be pretty. Okay, so let's go sienna brown and terracotta. No. Yeah, it's terracotta because that's what brown I have here. What color is sepia? Sepia is kind of a... Ew, that's not good. Judy would like for her son to have prayers, so I'll put you on my list, Judy. And I will keep you in my prayers, Julie, that's for sure. Alright, so let's go with... which one was the lightest one? I forget. Sienna brown. Let's do sienna brown first. I was thinking of you this week, Julie and Chris. I had you on my list. I have you on my desk, so every morning I would say a little prayer for you, and throughout the day when I wandered back by, I'd be thinking about you, wondering how you were doing. Alright, we're just going to put this down first, and then maybe we'll go in and do... Well, that's no good, Chris. I hope they call soon. They should at least let you know that, yes, you got the job, or no, you didn't. It's always nice to know, not be kept in suspense. I think I'm going to add some black to, or some gray to this, too. Alright, so she needs to have a little bit of color, or some, what is this one? This is terracotta, so let's go with... Her hair's kind of going a different direction, so let's kind of go... I'm going to put some streaks in here. I'm going to say she's got a little part right here. So let's go part, and then we'll bring this down into here, so it looks like she has some streaks in her hair. Doesn't look like one big blob. And then I'm going to add... Judy's asking how I got my girl on my page. I printed her out on a piece of copy paper, and then I used my light box to trace her on with my mica pen, because the mica one's waterproof, and I never know what I'm going to do, so oops, excuse me. I trace it on with that, and I try to do it quickly. I don't like lollygag around when I'm doing it because I don't want it to leave little marks and stuff on the page, so you have to be kind of quick when you're tracing it on. You can also do, and I'll put a I do have a video showing how I did that, Judy, if you want to check that out. It's in the how-to section. There's a playlist called how-to, or I'll list it after the video above this, or at the end of the video. I'll put it at the end of the video. You can also use a piece of graphite paper if you have that carbon paper, and trace it on with that. And then you just go, after you have it all traced, you would just go back over it with your pen if you want to have the pen mark the outline there. Otherwise you could just use the pencil marks and kind of go with a no line coloring look. Okay, that's gonna go for that hair. Alright. Okay, so let's see here. Socks. I'm thinking we're gonna just color her socks yellow too. That way they'll match. Maybe we'll just do the little pads of her socks, these little patches, and then we'll color her socks white. This on there, and then we will use our gray, not that, that's too dark. That's warm gray 70. Let's go with cool gray 30, just to add a little bit of shadow on our socks. Okay, let's add a little bit. Alright, what are we going to do with this little puppy over here? Let's see. So I don't have any browns, so let's go with, I guess he's going to be green. No, just kidding. He's going to be, let's go with some brown, some grays. So we'll go with the cool gray that I used on her socks since we already have it out. Green, Heather, what are you, crazy? Let's go over with this one first. That's what I get for not grabbing all the browns off my desk. I didn't realize I had so many on my desk. And all the blues. I didn't realize a cat's eyes could have 15 different colors of blue, but there's quite a bit of blue in there. Okay, let's go with that first. So that was 30. And then we'll add... Let's add warm gray, 50. Okay, so we want to add some little, I don't want him to be so flat. So again, like her hair over here, I'm going to just add some little squiggly lines here. Give his tail some, his body some definition. And you can kind of do little half circles, squiggles, whatever you want to call them. He's gonna have curly hair. None of my dogs have curly hair, but this one's gonna have curly hair. Okay, and then let's add 70. Give him a little bit of something going on here. And then I'm going to go over all that with my lightest one, which was 30. We'll just kind of go over that to soften it a little bit. I got a little crazy with my circles. Okay, and then we got the inside of his ears. So let's do the inside of his ears with some kind of pink. Let's go back this way. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be pink. Let's go with this gray first. And then we'll add pink. Let's do... Let's see, what's this one? Deco Peach. And I always list these, when I do the fast forward video later, I put a little card at the front of the video that shows all the little colors I use. So if you guys want to find those later, you can go over to the fast forward video and check that out. I usually leave the live one the way it is, but I go back when I do the fast forward one and I add that in there. Sometimes you don't want to watch the whole thing to see what color that was. Okay. Judy says her channel has evolved into a prayer channel. I'll have to go over and check your channel out, Judy. See what you have going on there. Okay, let's see here. Okay, they're going to need something to lay on. They're not just going to be able to lay there in air. So let me grab a green. Let's do 911, which is olive green. Is it on this page? No. Okay, we're gonna go with this right here. We're just gonna give her a little something to lay on. We don't want her hanging in air there. Even though I did draw, when I drew the image, it had these little dots in the grass. I didn't remember to put those on. Sometimes I just leave all that stuff out. She's intently listening. I really like her. She's cute. I might have to color her with my Copics too. Okay, so now let's zoom back up. Let's move all these colors over here. I have to keep those out because I need to make the little pin card later. Alright, so now I think what I'm going to do is I'm thinking that maybe I want to paint some flowers on here too, just to dress it up a little bit more. So let's prep the page. So for that, I'm going to use this clear gesso. Thanks, Chris. Okay, let's get some of this out. And you'll be able to see too what a difference it makes to the picture. Here, let me move that a minute. So you got the girl now. And let's put the gesso on and you can see the difference. This paper is driving me crazy. Get in there. It's being a pain. So I'm just going to prep this because I definitely want to put some splatters on here. But I'm thinking I'm going to paint some flowers on top of this because there's all this space over here. When I picked this image, after I got done putting it on there, I was like, maybe I should have picked something that stood up more because there's a lot of blank space, but we'll fix that. We'll give it something else. So I usually do 2 coats. Go down here and put some on our girl. Okay, and then we're going to dry that. We'll see if it makes the girl pop up off the page a little bit more. I probably should have... I'm thinking I should do my journaling before I put another coat on. I should have done that first. My journaling pen does not love this gesso at all. It clogs up the end. And I've seen a video where you can clean them off and they're supposedly supposed to work again after you use this soapy stuff, this brush cleaner stuff. I could not get mine to work. Maybe I was doing it wrong, I don't know. But it didn't do anything that I could see. Maybe I needed to fiddle with it more. I'm not a very good fiddler. I want it to be instant fix, and I don't think that was what you get. Okay, let's go with that. Let's put this over here. Give it a quick dry. Okay, I don't think the girl looks any different. Somebody said that it maybe made the colors pop a little bit more, but I don't see that happening. Maybe because I didn't use really bright colors. But see the girl? I don't think she looks any more peppy than she did before. Alright, so now this is going to go, I'm thinking, up here. And because I use the clear sticker paper, you'll be able to see clear through that. And our verse is down here, number 26. So maybe let's outline that. Let's see. Let's use a ruler. I'm not feeling that straight today. Oops, I should go down here like this and get like so. Hi Olivia, hi Carol. I do have a cold. I didn't even look over there. Sorry guys, I missed you over there on the Facebook page. I wasn't paying attention. My nose is feeling very stuffy. I'll have some Zyacam after I get done. That'll pep me up. That stuff's like a miracle worker. Okay. So, I'm thinking this is going to go up here. Let's do... That should leave me plenty of room for my journaling, which I'm going to put right here. Okay, so I'm thinking over here. We need something over here. That's not going to do it for me. So, let's go... You're not left out, Carol. I'm sorry, I just didn't see you over there. It's over on the side in my YouTube station here. My little screen is taking over the whole page, so let's move it over a little bit. There. That'll help it out. Alright, so I'm going to do... It needs some flowers. I can't live with it. So, I'm going to go ahead, and since we got purple, I'm going to go ahead and use these Martha Stewart paints. And this one, does it say what color it is? Oh, this one's Periwinkle, and this one is Pacific Iris. So let's put a little bit of that on here. Oh, maybe I've never used it and I have to take the lid off. Let me check. Yep. Okay. Let me pop this lid off here. Let me do this. Check this one too, because I don't know. I don't think I've ever used either of these. I didn't. So we got to take the cap off of it. Okay, now it should work better. Okay, we get a little dab of that. And a little dab of this one. It won't take very much. Let me get some water. So I got my little packet of water here. And I'll need a paintbrush and a paper towel. Okay, let's see what kind of damage we can do. Alright, so I'm going to go with, let's see here. Let's get it wet first. Let's kind of, it's acrylic paint, but I like to get a little bit of water on there. Kind of dilute it a little bit. Okay, let's go with that. Let's try that. Oops. Looks like a fingerprint. I don't know about that. It's okay. I'm gonna go with it. Okay, let's try some of this purple up here too. And let's go with just some little dots. Okay, we're gonna need some yellow. And this is Apple Barrel Pale Daffodil. Pale daffodil, and we better get some green. We can't have it. We have to have some leaves. Oops, I'm thinking I should have maybe shook that up. That's not looking very good. Let's put some more green on there. Okay, and then I'm gonna get a little bit of white. Whoops, let me shake it real quick. Okay, so the green was Americana Forest Green, and then just some white. Trying to get my hand in that. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Maybe go. I'm thinking that maybe I should put some flowers down here around our girl, too. What do you girls think? And gentlemen. Okay, let's go with looking at my paint splatters here. Put that over here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach. Oh no, I gotta do my splatters. No page is complete without the splatter part. And let's go ahead and add some of this yellow too. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and attach this. Okay, so with your sticker paper, you want to make sure that it's where you want it, because once you stick it down, you're not going to get it up. So let's see here. I go with right here. And then I always, too, make sure my page is like flat underneath, otherwise it's going to wrinkle up. And I try to print my my titles out a day or so ahead so they have time to dry, because sometimes the ink gets a little tacky on top, and you get it on your finger. So be aware of that. At least with my printer, it doesn't dry instantly. It has to set for a little bit. Okay, let's do some journaling here. Let me move this. I have too much stuff in my way. Let me grab a different pen because this one is not loving my gesso anymore. Oh, what do I got? I only got these big fat ones in here. Let me see what else I got. Oops. So many choices. Let's see, what about the Sharpie pen? Let's try that. Oh, that one's looking like it's working good. Okay, let's try that. Alright, so. And I cheated and I decided what I wanted to write beforehand. So I could spell it all out and have it all ready to go, and made sure I spelled everything right. Because once you write it down, you are not going to be able to erase that. I've done that before and I'm like, oh, I spelled it all wrong. Okay, that's not very good. And then I always put my date on there so that later on I will be able to tell what day I did it when I look back on it. So there is our page for today. If you guys have a question, make sure to leave me a comment down below and I'll make sure to get back to you. Don't forget that we're having a sale over on the store on dies, so if you want to use coupon code DIES, DIES30, you can get 30% off of your dies. And I made sure to put everything I used. If I used something and I didn't during the video, I'll make sure to go back and change the description, so everything I used is down in the description box in case you want to go grab something. Otherwise, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you next week for Bible journaling, or I will see you at 11 o'clock today for coloring. Bye, guys.